failure is inevitable, which means you cannot successfully go through life without failing from time to time. But little do most people know that failure are the building blocks of success. Um, like, you can fail 10, 20, 50, 100 times before you can be successful. However, with each failure is you're one step closer to success. Like, you may fail so many times that you hit rock bottom. That's what I did. That's what J.K. Rowling did. That's what Dr. Seuss did. That's what Vincent van Gogh did. That's what the Wright brothers did. That's what Thomas Edison did. And it's like, you have to realize that rock bottom is a solid foundation. As long as you keep pushing and you keep trying, you cannot go lower than rock bottom, and you will push off and you will skyrocket upwards. So reach for the stars. It's better to aim high and miss than aim low and hit. Like, you need to raise your standards. Do not be scared of failure. Because did you know the things that you focus on is what you get? So, therefore, if you are focused on not failing, you're going to fail. If you're focused on winning, you're going to win. You might not win immediately, but eventually you will win. So, keep fighting. Never stop fighting. Like, you will get discouraged from time to time. It's just going to happen, but you need to have self-discipline and know that with each failure, you are one step closer to a victory. Like, in my life, I've hit rock bottom so many times. And the reason why I stayed there is because I chose to stay there. Because doing what will get me closer to a victory was scary. I was scared to do that, and that is why I stayed there. And it wasn't until I decided that trying to be successful, focusing on winning, was a lot less painful than staying in despair, in the depths of despair, like, of hitting rock bottom after hitting rock bottom, because, like, growth is hard. Growth is so hard. But guess what? It's a lot easier than staying the same for the rest of your life. It's better to fail 1,000 times running 1,000 miles in the wrong direction than it is to stay stagnant. Because you're only doing two things in life. You're either regressing or progressing. And nobody wants to regress, so work on yourself. And know that rock bottom does not last forever if you fight. Rock bottom can last forever if you choose to give up. Never give up. Reach for the stars. Focus on winning. Focus on what you want in life and go get it. Do not worry about failure. Worry about winning. Worry about getting closer to your dreams and your aspirations and unlocking your full potential. Focus on the positives. And I understand that you will never always be optimistic. But if you do it as much as you possibly can, I promise you will achieve what you want. It's law of attraction. What you focus on is what you attract. Therefore, focus on positives. Focus on winning. And know that life is full of seasons. You're always doing one of three things. You're either going into a storm, you're going through a storm, or you're coming out of a storm. And as long as you fight tooth and nail, you will always come out of a storm, no matter how hard it is. And it's like, what's the worst thing that can happen if you aim for the stars, if you fight tooth and nail to get out of rock bottom? What's the worst thing that could happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, you will never stay the same. You will always improve if you try. Like, you will fail from time to time, but guess what? Through those failures, that's the universe's way of getting rid of everything that is negative, things that will hold you back from achieving what you want to achieve. You know what I mean? Like, wisdom comes in unlikely places. You know, um, I was reading this book, and this dude, his wife had cancer, right? And she said on her deathbed, I don't care how much longer I have to live, because I lived my life the way that I wanted to. And she said, ask yourself every day, how am I living? If you don't like how you're living, you don't like where your life is going, then work on yourself, Get out of rock bottom. Because with every dark hole you're in, there's always a ladder. You just have to choose to climb up it, and you make that ladder, And it's like, if you fall down that ladder on your way up, make sure you land on your back. Because if you can get up, if you can look up, you can get up. And that's real talk. Like, you just have to keep fighting. Like, you can never give up if you want to be great, Most people do not want to put in the effort to climb up that ladder, to climb up the ladder of success. But guess what? That's what makes you different. You can be a victim or you can be a victor. You could be the person that rings the bell on the top of the mountain, or you could be one of the people on the bottom just looking up at everyone that is climbing, And it's up to you. What do you want? Do you want to remain a victim for your life, for the rest of your life, or do you want to be a victor? Do you want to be a warrior? If you want to be a warrior, you have to fight. And just know that nothing lasts forever, but you have to fight for what you want. You got to fight for what you believe in. And never let anything or anyone deter you from greatness, And never confide in what people say. Never seek other people for validation, because all the validation that you need is inside you. You want validation? Then work on yourself. And you will see your progress, and that is validation enough. And stop focusing on negatives. Stop focusing on the pessimistic ideas and thoughts that you have in your head. Know that those are all a bunch of lies, because our brains do lie to us, And it's like, work on yourself daily. Stay loyal to yourself and never settle for less. Tell yourself daily that I deserve the very best. I am great. I am powerful. I am worth whatever I desire. So just keep that in mind and know that rock bottom only lasts forever if you choose to let it, This was Motivation from the Heart. I love each and every one of y'all. Stay blessed, stay unstoppable, and never stop climbing the ladder of success.